Robert Fico, the Slovakian Prime Minister, has been understandably angry at Volodymyr Zelensky's implicit threats to target, effectively, delegates going to attend the May 9th celebration of the Soviet Union's victory over the Nazis in Moscow at the invitation of Vladimir Putin. Now, Zelensky said that he couldn't guarantee the safety of people attending those celebrations. Fico's a backer of Putin. He's also the Prime Minister of a country that's in the European Union. But at the same time, Zelensky's followed that up now with a series of drone strikes against Moscow that effectively closed down 4 of Moscow's main national and international airports, sending a clear signal that Moscow is not a safe place. Concurrent with that, there have been Ukrainian attacks on areas of the Kursk region inside Russia. Of course, the Ukrainians were driven out of most of that earlier this year, having captured a chunk of it back in August last year. And they've got ongoing operations near the Russian city of Belgorod. And today they're claiming that in Pokrovsk in the east, the Russian offensive has stalled. Now, this all adds up to Ukraine saying to the international community at this very important celebration in Moscow that we're still very much in the game. And that is a position that I think has been significantly reinforced by the minerals deal that they've done with Donald Trump's government, which essentially swaps weapons now for future minerals profits with the United States. So Trump can come out of that thinking that the Americans will make some money out of the defense of Ukraine, but importantly, they remain part of the defense of Ukraine, at least until the Europeans can get their system up and running so that if the Americans do eventually walk away, they're able to continue to support Kyiv. Now, this, I think, is very important because it's a counterintuitive to the prevailing narrative, which is starting to change, but essentially has been saying for the last 6 months at least that the Ukrainians are going to have to sue for peace and accept some degree of Russian occupation of their territory. The Ukrainian position is that they're not going to have to do that. And I think a lot of analysts now are looking at the longer and medium term for Ukraine and thinking, yeah, they could actually win this war.